Hey,
Oh, hey! Cheers!
stranger.
Stranger's back in town. Cheers!
It's a gin and tonic kind of Friday afternoon.
In all honesty, this past week
Fortnight. It's been a fortnight. It's been shit.
I missed
you.
It's felt like a whole month in itself the last couple of weeks.
Oh, and in saying that, just because I missed you, I don't want to, like Charlie and Wendy stepping in and doing their little cameos were very much appreciated.
Oh, they were great. Well done, guys.
But they weren't you.
Well done. Well, I mean, I'm very hard to replace, so.
Yes, irreplaceable. They broke the mold when they made you and me.
Seriously, though. No. But in all honesty, great to be back.
Yes.
Missed my chats with Rosa.
Yes.
And really enjoying this gin today.
Mm.
It's a gin day. It's been a...
And the blueberries have got bubbles all over them.
That makes it healthy.
Yes.
Bubbly blueberries.
So, guys, today we don't really have a topic as such, but our last 2 weeks has been a bit meh for both of us, and I guess we just wanted to be real and authentic and talk. Our lives aren't perfect. We have stuff that goes on. We don't deal with everything.
Life is hard.
Yeah,
life is really hard.
And sometimes we can pick up the ball and run with it, and other times you drop the ball.
Cannot.
Other times you kick the ball. Other times
my ball got booted.
Anyway, so I guess we just wanted to just share with you our last couple of weeks and what we've been going through and what we did that helped.
Yes.
What we did that didn't help.
Yep.
And just life sucks. Life sucks. A big fat one. Sometimes.
We're going to call this episode miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous.
Yeah. Misco.
Yes.
Misco with some gino.
If only we had Wisco to go with our Misco.
Okay, quick poll. Who did Moby's porcelain better last night?
Oh, yeah. So, if you haven't seen it, if you go to the Facebook page, Honesty Chat's Facebook page, I lip-synced it.
Rosa did a live
Lip-sync.
And
then I said to her, you should do one too. And because she's not as technologically
advanced,
which is not true, but anyway, she couldn't work out how to do it. So tired. Lisa just ate crackers to the song playing in the background.
This is how it happened. I was eating crackers on my bed. I was like sprawled out on my bed.
Do you think people really want to hear this?
Yes, they do.
Go.
I was eating crackers.
This
is how interesting my life is, Rosa. I was eating crackers and I was watching your thing again and I was just laughing. I'm like, I'm just going to film myself eating crackers with Moby in the background.
So that's on Honesty Chats on the story.
Yeah, on the story.
Yeah. So have a look at both of them and let us know who did it better.
Me, clearly. Anyway, okay, let's get into the real stuff.
Well, why don't you talk first?
Okay.
Just about why you're away.
Yeah, okay.
Why I had to get filler inners.
Yes, filler inners. And so if you've watched our past videos, I've said that I have chronic fatigue, adrenal fatigue, whatever you want to call it. Both, one or the other. I don't really know. I'm thinking, a bit of both maybe. Chronic fatigue, but I was starting to feel really good.
Were,
I was doing really, really well. So I'm all like, okay, I've been cured. I'm going to start doing some stuff. So I decided to go to the gym and do some light weights, which is recommended with chronic fatigue. Do light walking, light weights, all that sort of stuff. But I don't know if it was like a combination of things that were going on. Plus I did that, which kicked me over the edge. But basically I went into a massive crash, like a massive fatigue crash. And it's not just, people think it's just being tired. It's completely next level. A lot of different symptoms. It's the best way I can describe it is having a flu and the worst hangover you've ever had at the same time, but without all the
fun bits to go with it.
Yeah. So I was basically in a coma for a week. So that's why I was away. That's why I was away. So that was me. But I'm feeling a lot better now, which is great. But
you're back to your fun old
back
self.
to my fun old self. But yeah, that was hectic. I've never really experienced anything like that before. It was insane. I wouldn't want to do that again. Don't want to do that again. Don't want to overdo things again. But that's one of the things. And I was saying to Rosa the other day that it's, for me, it's really hard to, and I've read this about other people's stories as well with the same condition, it's so hard to keep plans because you don't know how you're going to feel on the day.
She stood me up.
I stood Rosa up and I felt awful.
I made Buddha bowls.
Yeah, I know.
And they're really yummy.
And you feel awful, but you don't know how you're going to feel on the day. Like, I could feel really great and go, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then it gets to the day and it's like, nah, I can't. But anyway, so that's why I was away. I had a lot of other stuff going on this week. So hectic. Like, so hectic. My older sister, unfortunately, lost her bub. It's a bit heavy, but won't really go into details. But little Summer was born
22 weeks.
22 weeks, yeah. So, but the reason I want to talk about it is because I was talking to my sister about it and she's like, I feel really alone because not many people talk about it. And so Bub was diagnosed with a very severe form of spina bifida, and obviously a very hard time for her and her partner, and the family. But she said one of the things that was just so nice, when she went into the hospital, she kind of felt like it was just going to be, that was it. But there's so many charities that help with stillborn, like remembering them.
There's a lot of support
There's
for
so
women,
much support.
women and families that are going through that.
Women and families, angel gowns, Bears of Hope, like so many charities and so many people that did so many nice things for her. And she said,
can I just interrupt?
Keep going.
And Jess, if you're listening, sending you lots of love in this tough time, okay?
Yes, we love you.
Yeah, and it must be awful. So
we're
thinking of you.
We are. But yeah, just so many nice people, so much support. And she said, I realize how many, like, there are actually some nice people in the world. That's where I wanted to get with that. There are some really, really great people. Some really great people in the world, and it's nice.
Are you a great person if you point out that you're a great person?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. Didn't know if we were being
in our situation.
Didn't know if we were being like big-headed, egotistical, narcissistic.
No, we are
poo heads.
We're just great.
Okay,
we're just great. So it is really nice to know that there are some amazing people out there that do selfless things and that are just amazing and want to be there and helping people, charities, all that sort of stuff. So it's really nice to remember that when there's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world.
Well, like the bushfires
Like
and all the poor little
bushfires.
koalas. Oh no, 7 steps left. Hang on.
Really?
Come on.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Get your 7 steps in.
Yes.
And I'm just over here just having 7 sips of gin. Congratulations, Rosa.
Yes,
You're
thanks.
amazing.
I know.
Good
Hey,
one.
you have
Good
to
one.
you have to celebrate the small steps.
Exactly.
Especially when you've been having a shit week.
And this is the other thing. There are some really amazing, nice people in the world, and life is hard. One thing that I've learned over the past 32 years of life is hard. So it's not easy. It's not easy. So if you can find little things every day that light you up or that give you some sort of happiness, then that's a win. That's one thing that I've learned. And because we have both experienced in the past couple of weeks going into the black hole, which we talked about maybe last episode or the episode before. It's been a while, I don't remember.
It's been a few weeks.
It's been a few weeks, but with my massive crash, because I was on a high, I was like, yes, I'm getting better, I'm doing so well, I'm going to start to exercise, and then bam, nope, in a coma. And that just sent me right down. I was like 3/4 of the way down. It was horrible. It was the worst. So not only was I dealing with the physical symptoms, I was also dealing with feeling very, very depressed. So, it happens. And it's unfortunately, like I was saying to Rosa, we're such advocates for being like, yep, we need to show gratitude. We need to show
appreciation.
And we do.
And you, like, observe that the grass is greener on your, water your own grass,
Yeah.
and then your grass is green.
Yes.
But in speaking for myself, like, I know you had the crash, and then it was like everything.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, it creeps up on me.
It just comes
It
on.
creeps up,
Yeah.
it creeps up, it creeps up to the point where I suddenly go, hang on a second, I'm like, for me, it was, I'm really low in energy. And I felt like I was constantly pouring into other people's cups, and I wasn't having anything poured back in my own cup.
It's because I wasn't around to fill your cup.
Maybe that's partly what it was.
And
And then the next thing you know, you're starting the spiral. You're starting the spiral. I'm aware of the spiral, and I'm talking about it with my partner. And I think after a while, I mentioned it to you. I don't like to talk about it, not because I'm ashamed of it, but because I don't want to give it energy.
Yeah,
Because when you talk about it, it's like you're making it real and you're giving it fuel, and you're like, no, damn you, you're not a part of me.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it is a part of me. And I guess I'm really lucky in the sense that I have a partner who understands, and we are very open and true with each other. And so the other night we were up until midnight, and I was just talking. Talking. I feel like this, I feel like that, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time saying, I know that that's not really the case. I know that I am valued. I know that I am worthy. I know this, I know that. But that's not how I feel right now.
Yeah.
So, and then just being able to talk to him, and then I think the next day I spoke to you.
Yeah.
And then from there I've started to gradually, physically I've been very, very tired, but emotionally I've started to feel a little bit better. So I guess all I'm saying is, it's okay, it's normal, it's natural. There's nothing wrong with you when you're feeling blue. I think the problem is that we wear masks in public, or we might even wear masks in our relationship.
Yeah.
I know, or masks with your family, your friends. If we're wearing masks, we're suppressing or hiding who we really are or what we're really feeling.
Yeah.
And then what happens is that manifests itself in other ways. And I know for me, because I work in an industry where I've got to be, come on guys, give me 10 more, work harder, yeah, come on, you could do it, la la la. When I've got to motivate other people, even when I've got nothing, then it's like I've got even nothing more, if that's even a word.
Yeah,
and it's not like I'm working in an industry where I'm just sitting behind a desk going, clack, 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 clack.
Yeah.
I have to like give to other people no matter what my energy levels are. And that's why sometimes I wonder whether I'm in the right job. But you know, it is what it is. I'm good at what I do. It's just sometimes, whether it's because I get a bit tired and that affects my emotions, or whether my emotions make me tired. I'm not really sure what came first.
But it is difficult, and with my condition, I don't have energy any day. Today's good, but I'm the same. It does exert a lot of energy to do that. Absolutely. But yeah, it's hard to acknowledge how you're feeling, isn't it? It's hard to acknowledge, like, go, okay, this is what's happening, because I'm the same. I'm like, oh, I know that I'm feeling depressed, but no.
Yeah, well, you don't want, I mean, I think you have to acknowledge it, but you don't want to talk, like I think I said, you don't want to talk about it, because it's like you're fueling it. It's like you're giving energy to it.
Yeah.
Well, for me, and I'm not saying that's healthy or it's the right thing to do. So I think rather than saying, that's why I think I like to say to Charlie, I think I'm going down the hole.
Yeah.
Rather than use the words, I think I'm getting depressed.
Yeah.
And again, not because I'm ashamed of it, but I don't want to fuel it, and I definitely don't want to go back there.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Like, you know, I mean, I don't know if we've talked about this in the past.
Which part?
No, like, I've wanted to kill myself before.
Oh, yeah. I
so
can relate
yeah,
to that,
so
100%.
I've thought about it at great length in the past. I remember thinking about it when I was 16. And then at various times throughout my life until I got diagnosed with depression back in 2009. And then I was like, oh,
that's what was going on.
And since then I've had a few, like, where it comes into my head. And, I hope that doesn't upset anybody to hear that. But I guess I want you to know that you're not alone if you're having those thoughts.
100%. And it's like, I think for you and I, like, I'm speaking for myself now, and I'm probably speaking a little bit for you too. But for me, I am known as, and I like to think that I'm one of the most positive people. And I always think that, if something really bad happens, then it's going to open a door to something else, or there's always a reason behind something. But when you're feeling like that, it just takes over. And I have been in the same boat as you with those thoughts before, very recently as well. And it's like, when those thoughts come, it's like, it's very hard to come to terms with the fact that that's how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I'm usually the most positive person, and I'm normally this and I'm normally that. But when that happens, like, God, it's just the worst. It's just the worst. And so basically what we're trying to say is that we are two very normal people. Okay, nope. Scrap that. We are not normal at all.
We're just two regular people.
That's a better way of putting it.
We break the mold. And
that's a better way of putting it.
I love that I break the mold. I don't want to be like everybody else.
Molds
too.
Too.
On a side note, I know we just talked about something really heavy and really serious.
This is how our brains work. Side note.
But, and I'm sorry to all the Kim Kardashian fans out there, to the Channel 10, The Project, no one gives, all right, maybe 5 people, give a flying fart about Kim Kardashian. What has she done for the world? What has she done other than sold a bunch of waist trainers and butt implants and Botox fillers? And again, if you want to do that, God bless you. But what are you contributing to the world? You've got all that money, like,
Rosa messaged me the other day, sent a voice message. Funniest thing ever. She was like, we're talking about something completely different. And then I get this voice message. She's like, okay, I have just got news. The project has announced someone super important's coming on. Are you sitting down? Are you ready? And she's like, Kim Kardashian.
And then there was
there was a slap. I didn't know if it was on the leg or a table, but there was a definite slap going on. And I was like, ooh, yep, Rose is getting angry. But yeah, I don't know. And that brings us to another point. Just what is wrong with the world?
Which part?
All of it.
Which part?
What is
the part that the part that our government won't accept or acknowledge that there's climate change and we need to stop spending money on mining, and that we need rain and where to go, where to start?
Yeah.
How to get all the liberals offside? I don't know, but just like.
Well, there's that. There's the thing you were telling me the other day about the some sort of animal. Rhino? Elephant.
Oh, the elephant.
We won't go into detail, but that was awful.
The elephant in Africa being hacked at while it was still alive.
Yeah. So we've been talking all week about stuff like this. We're like, what is wrong with the world? Oh my God. And also to the postman that delivered mail to my work.
Hope he's not listening.
I hope he is, because maybe then he'll know when to cut a conversation to an appropriate length. Like, you know how you have a conversation with a stranger and you just make like, what would you call it? Like general Small talk. I reckon a good like 10-second max. Hey, how's your day been? Good, thanks. You? Cool. Okay. See ya. I stood there for like 5 minutes listening to this guy talk about, I don't even know what, because I zoned out. And I couldn't get away. You know how usually you're like, okay, gotta go. Couldn't get away. So that's another thing that's wrong with the world. I'm going to touch quickly on body image again because
Okay, do it quickly.
I'm going to do it quickly.
Yeah, because I just had a thought.
Oh, hey Charlie.
Come on in.
Charlie's here.
Charlie's here.
Say hi, Charlie.
Hang on, he's got to walk past. He's been being a good husband and he's gone and done the shopping. So you can say hi as you walk past. The fans are already know. Hi, honey.
Charlie's here.
Hi.
Hi, Charlie.
All right, and then you talk about body image.
Yeah, and then what do you
Because there's not enough joy in the world.
No.
So what we're going to do is we're going to finish with a joyous song with a little bit of a dance at the
Okay,
end,
that's
all right?
so
So you
exciting.
talk about body image. I'm listening
You're just
while
gonna
I'm finding
do
us a
your thing.
joyful song, all right? Go.
Okay, so I'm going to touch on body image just really quick. So that was one of our episodes again. Can't remember which one because it was a while ago. But very
Do we want techno? Yes.
100%,
Okay.
100%,
Okay, go.
100%. So, in the episode I was talking about kids, especially. That's very concerning. Batman. I got sent quite a upsetting video from my dad. It was of my little sister. She's 10. She was just crying and saying that she hated herself, that she was ugly, that she was fat. She thought about her weight all the time. She felt horrible.
She didn't like herself.
She hated
She didn't
herself.
love herself.
She didn't love herself.
Yeah.
She didn't love herself.
Yeah.
And she was just
Sobbing. She was so upset. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was awful. And that just kind of, it was just in my
10.
face. She's 10. And I know that this happens, but to see it coming from my little sister was just really, really upsetting. So, she's getting teased at school. It's like something has to change.
And there's nothing wrong with her, by the way. She looks like a normal, everyday kid.
And then that stems back to the internet, back to educating kids,
Kim Kardashian
back to Kim Kardashian.
and the likes of her.
Yeah.
It's
Something
insidious.
needs to change. So that's another thing that's wrong with the
So,
world.
ladies, can I just say to you, ladies in particular, I don't mean to isolate you, but before we go to our joy, if you're getting on your scales and calling yourself fat, if you're pinching your skin or your fat, whatever, calling yourself fat, if you're talking about being fat, if you're saying don't wear that, I look fat, all that sort of stuff, that is a message that you're giving your daughter. Maybe even your son too, if he's conscious. But you are definitely giving that, regardless of what you're thinking about yourself. Please try not to verbalize that or show that to your kids, because that's the message that you're giving them.
What's that movie again?
Embrace. Watch Embrace, the documentary from Taryn Brumfitt. She started that whole movement, the body image movement, because she felt the same way about her body. She actually did a competition where she trained 3 hours a day, lost all this weight, entered a body sculpting competition.
Yeah.
And then she said afterwards, but I still didn't feel happy. So I realized that I didn't need to be that skinny or whatever to be happy.
Yeah.
Then she realized that whatever she was doing was being handed down to her daughter, and it frightened the pants off her. So she did a before and after. Her before was her all sculpted and in the bikini and the hooker heels.
Yeah.
And then she did the after was her naked, sitting on a stool with her little tummy rolls and whatever. And it blew up the internet.
Yeah.
Because everyone was going, oh, you're disgusting and all that sort of stuff. But if you ever look at Taryn Brumfitt and the body image movement, she's like one of the most joyful people that I know. And she celebrates her life and she celebrates her body. She ran a marathon earlier this year. So basically she's saying you don't need to look a certain way to live life, which was why I did that post of me doing a handstand, not a very good handstand,
great.
a very
Great
clumsy,
post.
not handstand, headstand this week, because it was like, I don't do it like a yogi, and I think I was like kaboompa when I landed, but I can do a headstand. Yay me.
I was impressed.
So you bloody well should be.
I was very impressed.
So I guess, so you feel the way you feel about yourself, and we're really sorry you feel that way because you're amazing. But please try not to let your kids see that, and try to give your kids the message that, encourage them to move their bodies, encourage them to eat healthy foods, and tell them how much you love them, tell them how beautiful they are, and yeah, just let them be, you know, like it's horrible. All right, so techno.
Joyous time? Okay.
Okay, I think.
Oh!
Is this one all right? Oh no, I'm going, hang on.
Which one is this? Which one's this?
Is this the one we listened to in the car the other day?
What's it called?
Blood is pumping. Is that the one?
Yes. Wait for the drop.
Oh, sugar.
Wait for the drop.
I need to put it on the speakers
This is a great song. Get ready for some joyous. I don't know if that's what you would say.
I'm trying to. Oh.
Come on, guys. Come on, Roses. People are
Trying.
waiting.
It's getting there. Why are we bouncing? Oh, hang on. No, what's happened? No. Oh, we go.
Where are the strobe lights and the glow sticks?
So find some joy in your life, even if it's dancing, I don't know, watching cartoons,
Stay cool.
comedy.
No drugs.
Have a great weekend.